Hager Educational Foundation would like to share some exciting news about an innovative volunteer project which to date has already served nearly 1,200 working families within our community. I'm speaking of the Owensboro-Davis County Asset Building Coalition. It was created through the generous efforts of over 100 volunteers and over 30 nonprofit organizations and businesses within our community. Our mission: to assist low and moderate income working families to become more economically self-sufficient. Success in our mission has important implications for the future well-being of our community. Communities thrive when the families who live there thrive, and children are much more likely to flourish when they grow up in economically stable homes. Our children represent about 20% of our population, but they are 100% of our future. We are making a difference, but we need more people like you, representatives of our community, to join our coalition's efforts to help us serve the ever-growing number of families who can benefit from participating in the Earned Income Tax Program.
The Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC as it's popularly known, is a great tool for helping individuals and families build wealth and reduce debt. The Earned Income Tax Credit is a fully funded federal tax credit. It has been in existence for about 30 years, a little over 30 years, and it rewards work and effort. Many economists have described the Earned Income Tax Credit as the most effective anti-poverty program in the nation. The average Earned Income Tax Credit refund is about $1,500. And there are a little over 6,700 households in Davis County that are currently receiving the EITC credit. However, the IRS has told us that approximately 20% of those eligible for the EITC are not even applying for it. Now, there are many reasons for that, one of which would be that they don't earn enough income to file a state or a federal income tax return. Another reason is they simply do not know about it. This means that approximately 1,700 Davis County families and individuals are not filing for the Earned Income Tax Credit, and they're leaving approximately $2 million on the table that could otherwise go to help them. These funds can be used in our community's economy to pay down debt, pay tuition at a local college, finance transportation to work, start or add to a savings account that builds wealth, buy clothing for children, and upgrade housing. The money helps meet significant needs in the lives of individuals and families. It also turns over several times in the community as businesses sell needed items. Thus, it prospers the whole community.
The Owensboro-Davis County Asset Building Coalition is a huge benefit to the families that are struggling financially in our community. The Owensboro-Davis County Asset Building Coalition tries to provide them with free tax return prep so they can get their money. It is a direct deposit into an account. They do receive financial literacy education that can help them improve on the areas that they're struggling. Here at Audubon Area Community Services, we see several families that face these challenges every day, and they have a hard time making ends meet. It's really difficult, I think, for individuals to understand who don't interact with low-income people, to understand the financial hardships that they go through, and to understand that they're not putting emphasis on education when they're focusing on where the next meal is going to come from. The evidence shows us that the working families are struggling with their financial issues. 30% of Owensboro-Davis County families are below or at the 200% poverty line, which is for a family of four, $39,000 a year. 11% of families in Owensboro-Davis County are struggling and at 100% at or below poverty line, which is $19,000 a year for a family of four. Additional indicators that the Asset Building Coalition is in need in this community is when you take a look at the Chapter 7 personal bankruptcies. They are on the rise in this community. When you look down the main streets in this community and see the cash advances and how much they have gone up, another indicator is the number of home foreclosure sales in this area that is definitely on the rise. I'm really pleased that Audubon Area Community Services is involved in this effort, helping the working family. It is parallel to the mission that Audubon has, which is developing resources and investing in human potential. When we invest in these working families and their potential, who knows what kind of citizens they'll be in our community.
The Asset Building Coalition is looking for a number of people to help provide free tax preparation. We're looking for people who will actually prepare the taxes. We're also looking for people who can be greeters and screeners, so just about anybody could help. You don't need to have a background in accounting or a background in taxes. As long as you have some knowledge of the computer, some computer literacy, then the IRS will train you to prepare taxes for people free. And if you're unable to do this, or you're not comfortable doing this, which some people aren't, then we still need people to open the door and get the coffee and make people feel comfortable, and to screen people as they come in. As you know, tax preparation can be very high, and the 60 volunteers or over 60 volunteers actually saved people in this community over $150,000 in tax preparation fees last year. Additionally, our tax preparers saved the community, or brought back to this community, $1,500,000 in income tax refunds. Of this, $650,000 was earned income tax credit.
Days and times that we were open were Tuesday and Thursday from 1 to 5, and we served single families, widows, married families, some that were filing jointly, separately, and we served approximately 214 families. And with that being our first year, we thought that was doing pretty well.
At Daymar, we were open on Fridays and Saturdays, trying to reach the people that had to work daytime shifts.
Brescia, here in this building, we were open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night from 4:30 to 7.
As a volunteer, you get to meet a lot of our neighbors, people that we want to help. They're working, they're struggling. This is an opportunity to assist with their goals to get off of state assistance, to move forward with their children's educations.
Getting an earned income tax credit has helped me be where I am today. So without these free tax sites and without the earned income tax credit, I wouldn't have been able to have had a down payment on a car, bought the washer and dryer that I bought, prepared to lower my tax. I've lowered my credit card debt.
The people who came in, who received the service, we're so gracious and kind to our students, and so thankful. Occasionally we got hugs.
With the ladies that have been preparing the taxes for me through the Asset Building Coalition, the past experience was really was great, because she also reminded me that I could deduct my child care, and no one had done that before in the past.
Our students were able to give real value to real people, and there were some tears in our students' eyes as the season ended.
Hopefully we'll have double the amount that we had last year.
We did 100 tax returns 2 years ago. Last year we did 400 tax returns. I would imagine we're going to do 800 this year, and we still need help. Training you is not a problem. We just need you to call in.
This year, with my income tax credit, I plan to start my child's college fund. He'll be 10 years old.
This is a real community, really in action.
As you can see, our Asset Building Coalition is making a difference. But with over 7,000 eligible families within our community, we must attract more volunteers. Whether you serve as a screener or a greeter or even an income tax preparer, your participation is needed to help us with the 2007 tax season, which will begin in January. If you would like to participate, please call the Volunteer Center at 683-9161. On behalf of all the volunteers, nonprofit organizations, and businesses which comprise the Owensboro-Davis County Asset Building Coalition, we say thank you for your support and look forward to your participation as we seek to make this a better community for all of its citizens.